Have you ever wondered how Jesus, a man who walked our earth, lived his life? This man, Jesus, was not just a divine figure but also a human being, with human experiences, struggles and triumphs. It's important to understand this human side of Jesus, to fully grasp the depth of his teachings and his life. We are about to shed light on Jesus as a man, exploring his human experiences and how we can relate to them. Join us as we delve into the life of Jesus, not just as the Son of God but as a man who lived among us. Born in a manger, Jesus began his life in the most humble of circumstances. This was a life that sprang forth under a starlit sky in the quiet town of Bethlehem. His early years were spent in Nazareth, a place often overlooked, where he was nurtured and guided by his parents, Mary and Joseph. Imagine him as a young boy, curious and wide-eyed, learning the rhythms of life, the rhythms of Nazareth. His father was a carpenter, a humble profession that required great skill and patience. Young Jesus, under Joseph's watchful eye, learned to shape wood, to smooth rough edges, to create. His hands, that would later heal, began their journey in service, crafting tools and furniture for his community. Jesus was a lover of learning and wisdom. He was often found in the synagogue, poring over the scriptures, engaging in passionate discussions with the elders. His thirst for knowledge was boundless, his insights profound. And yet, despite his divine lineage, Jesus was a man of great humility. He walked among the people, sharing their joys and sorrows. He was a man of empathy, always ready to extend a hand of comfort, to share a word of hope. He was a servant, dedicated to the welfare of others, always putting their needs before his own. Jesus, despite being the Son of God, led a life that was as human as ours. He laughed, he cried, he loved, and he served. His life is a testament to the power of humility, compassion, and service. Jesus, as a man, was not just a carpenter but also a teacher. This was a man who taught with wisdom and compassion, a man who could relate to people from all walks of life. His teachings, delivered through parables and personal interactions, were profound yet simple, touching the hearts of both the learned and the simple. Imagine Jesus, sitting down with his disciples, sharing insights about life, love, and faith. His parables, like the story of the Good Samaritan, taught lessons of compassion and kindness, urging us to love our neighbors as ourselves. His Sermon on the Mount, a discourse filled with wisdom, addressed topics like humility, love for enemies, and the importance of inner purity. Jesus taught about forgiveness, urging us to forgive others as we would want to be forgiven. He emphasized the importance of service, teaching that the greatest among us should be the servant of all. His teachings were not limited to words alone. His life was a living testament to his teachings. He ate with sinners, healed the sick, and loved the unlovable, demonstrating his teachings in action. His teachings, while rooted in his time, transcend cultural and temporal boundaries. They remain relevant today, guiding millions across the globe. Jesus' teachings remind us that love, compassion, and service to others are the cornerstones of a fulfilled life. Jesus taught as a man, understanding the trials and tribulations of the human experience. In understanding Jesus as a man, we find a figure we can relate to. This is a man who personified humility, who embraced compassion, who wrestled with his own struggles, and who shared teachings that still resonate with us. He was not just a divine figure, but a human one. He laughed, he cried, he loved. His life is a testament to our own ability to rise above our circumstances. In Jesus we see a man who lived, loved, and taught among us, a man whose life continues to inspire us today.